This is a morning mashup with Miss Mimi and Mr. Chadwick, spreading love, peace, and unity throughout the community. What's up, community? I'm Chad Bishop along with Miss Mimi Masher, and welcome to the morning mashup. How y'all doing out there?
Hello, 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 everybody.
Hey, Miss Mimi, how you doing on that side?
Oh, I just get kicked off Facebook for hate speech towards racists. I'm doing great.
You a thug now. What's up?
Woo!
Facebook thug.
Right?
So why did you get kicked out of Facebook? I mean, there's only a few reasons that a person can get kicked out. What happened with you?
I got kicked off for 3 days because I said I wanted to punch racist white bitches.
Ooh. Wow.
People aren't used to me saying stuff like that. I know. It shocked everybody, but it's true.
Man, look at you, showing a little violent side over there.
Hey, I'm a fighter. I choose love because I want to, but does not mean I'm afraid of a fight. Does
not mean that you're weak. Most definitely.
Yeah.
If I go like your page, will they kick me off too, or is it already?
Ooh, you'll get on a watch list or something.
Ooh. I don't want to be on the watch list. I'll just support you from the sideline, right? You need to
No. Well, we're gonna do this together.
Yeah. All right. Well, I really like your new background there. You got birds flying and trees. Are you in Hawaii right now?
Yes. I'm. It's my luscious Long Beach faux background. I haven't had a chance to iron it yet.
It's all good though. I like it.
Thank
you were wearing your red pajamas today, I see.
Well, yeah, because I was too busy fighting with Facebook. I forgot that it was Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So here I am.
Facebook, you will lose.
Yes.
Well, we've had an exciting week. This is our 3rd episode. Man, look at us, we're growing.
Is it 3rd?
Yep, 3rd episode. And for those of you who missed early in the week, we started a new roundtable format show about more serious subjects, calling it Square Table Talks. And we sit down with members of the community as well as the powers that be to try to create tools and solutions to the mess that's happening right now. But on the morning mashup, we talk Can we say shit? We talk shit and have fun.
Yes.
Man, we're gonna sit in the feds down here to censor ourselves. And each week we have an exciting guest. And this week, Mimi, I'm excited to have, I call this woman my big sister. Admittedly, she's a little bit younger than me. But in this music game, she's one of the people who really is bold, the bold leader in the community. And on a personal tip, she helped me when I first got out here, man, as far as meeting musicians and going around and putting myself out in front of people. That person, Long Beach, she needs no introduction, but to the rest of the world, she is my sister, Shy But Flyy. What's up, Shy?
Hey!
Welcome to the morning mashup.
Thanks for having me.
What's going on in your world? Are you a person who likes to be out and about? How's this lockdown affecting you?
You know what? It's people that really know me understand I'm okay with staying in and introverting because I'm a Scorpio and I'm just like in my little lair and creating and resting and doing virtual events, and I typically only run out for shows, even though I played every night. Mm-hmm. But I'm enjoying my zen right now.
Nice. So I'm a Scorpio too. And I'm not having as much fun being alone.
You must have your moon or your rising must be something different.
Well, yeah, I like touch, and I mean anybody who knows me, I'm a hugger. Yeah. So Sean can't hug me enough these days.
You should just attach him to your shoulder. That way you can call that clingy boyfriend. Just
my little Sean monkey.
right, put him right here. He's always there.
Yeah,
You'd
don't
hate
get me
that.
wrong. Like it's like doing virtual events is way different than doing live shows. But I'm kind of just like, okay, you can't change the situation. I don't have any shows to go out to. So I'm going to work on myself and like writing and, you know, starting new events online and just connecting that way, you know?
Has the technology been good for you? Like, meaning, has it been easy for you to navigate and still get to people?
Yeah, especially, I kind of just like went right into Instagram. I haven't really done a lot of Facebook Live. Well, I did do a couple series on Facebook, but Instagram, I already was on Instagram a lot for live events. So I kind of just like, okay, everything's live now. Let me just go live. It's kind of easy that way, but I'm a millennial. You know how we are with technology anyway.
Well, I don't know. I've seen some millennials that are really good and really bad with technology. So I'm tired of this stereotyping business. I mean, like, I know some old people that are a whiz online and some kids who don't even know what they're doing. So
yeah, but I'm saying like we kind of just grew up in it. I feel like
yeah,
most of, not all, but most of it is like we're just like inclined to it.
Well, I'm halfway an old head. I can do a little bit of stuff, but when it changes every day, that gets me frustrated. It makes me want to come outside and perform in front of real people.
But you've been doing good, Chad. Like, you're one of the people that I see consistently, you know, doing live events, and then you have like the watch parties, and I'm just like, you go, Chad.
I found the one thing that I can do, and I do that. You know, I try Instagram, and maybe I'm not on there enough to where I have a serious following. So when I get on Instagram, it's like 2 people watching me. So I guess Facebook has worked a little bit more for me.
Well, there's definitely 2 different age groups, I think.
I agree with
Facebook or Instagram. But I think with Instagram, good hashtags are helpful. And if you're not hashtagging your stuff, it's probably hard for people to find you. Why am I popping up on my own computer here?
Yeah. Sometimes I forget and I get on Facebook and I'm like, write a post and do all these hashtags. I'm like, wait, this isn't Instagram.
So used to being on Instagram with the hashtags.
Yeah.
What does your shirt say there? Music speaks what words cannot express.
Nice. I want to thank you for getting up early to be with us, Shy. I know you're
a
night owl.
Thank you. I would like to thank this coffee for helping me.
What kind of coffee are you drinking? Is that homebrew?
Yeah. I've been making all my coffee at home lately. It's so different, but it's good.
So by the new standards, you should be a millionaire if you're not buying coffee out and skipping that avocado toast.
Yep. I've been just like saving money on that, and I make my own avocado toast.
Really? Learn how
when
to cook.
I can afford the avocado.
Yeah. What'd you say, Chad?
We're drinking Black Ring coffee.
Yeah.
Fresh roasted beans delivered right to my door.
Shout
every
out to
2 weeks.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Oh, you want some? I'll send a bag your way.
That is so convenient.
Yes. Well, for me, it started because I don't drink coffee out. I like it when I'm getting ready in my pajamas. And then, so going to buy beans was always an extra step. And, you know, the parking in this city isn't the best. So it was always a pain in the ass. But yeah, they roast the beans and then they deliver them to my house the next day.
Wow. Yes. I want to be about that life.
All right. I'll email Juliet today.
Okay. Thank you.
Shout outs to Juliet. I walked outside last week and I almost tripped over my bag, man. Thanks for delivering it. Thanks for delivering it.
She's good at that.
That's funny.
Shy. You're an all-around artist. Please explain to me a little bit more what it is that you do.
Today I am a singer, songwriter, spoken word artist, a poet, event coordinator, host,
Hairstylist.
yeah, hairstylist. Sometimes I do visual art painting, but mostly I do that for me. But sometimes I'll do painting at live events and stuff like that. Um, I'm just an overall artist. I don't like to like say everything. I'm like, I'm an artist.
Artists who can express in more than one way and express yourself quite well. You got
Thank you.
any organizations that you're involved with that you want to send a shout out to? I know you in number one, Never Speak. You guys have
Yeah.
a couple of things.
Never speak. It's kind of like I'm like a lone wolf. I don't like commitment or relationships. So I'm kind of just like, I'm an artist, I do my own thing, but I like to be affiliated with people that are kind of like me on that aspect, you know, like to create, but like to create with others and like minds and throw events together, because sometimes it's good to have that support team, you know, like, hey, I want to throw an open mic every week at so-and-so time. You host this hour and then I'll host this hour. So that's what me and Never Speak did. You know, we kind of just like came together as individuals to make something bigger, kind of like a collective.
You guys are like a lot, like you're in the Wild Wild West, but you have this meeting of renegades and spit out positivity to the world. And we certainly appreciate it, Shy.
Thank you.
Care to share any early morning inspiration with the morning Mashop crew?
No pressure.
No pressure. Okay. If my brain can function.
We won't put too much pressure on you. Whatever comes out, we won't be judgmental. How about that?
Yeah. All right. I sit alone and I sip. I sit alone and I sip. Shirley Temples and lounges mommy used to say, stay away from. Grown folks, live music, live scene with my fake ID. I attract men that get off. I said, I attract men that get off at the fact that I don't get off. See, I tease with my innocent smile, yet I prefer men who would rather stimulate my mind than my accessories. I sit in bars and sip. I sit in bars and sip. Gin and Coke, minus the gin with some added cherry, taking it in, looking for inspiration of any kind or creed to keep me going. Sort of like Langston Hughes. I never catch feelings. I never catch feelings. But when I do, I fall hard with no knee pads. Mercy for those who don't deserve it all. Those who don't return it, I sit alone by the fireplace. I sit alone by the fireplace and I gaze at the flames. I sit alone by the fireplace and I gaze at the flames until I become one. Thank you.
Shy, I just want to say that anytime you perform, I get the chills. Especially your spoken word. It's always very moving.
A magical way of connecting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks
like
so
you
much.
you see a lot of videos of it online, like, you know, something you'll see on Instagram, but I don't know the person. And you've been one of the only spoken word artists that I've actually known in real life. And it's nice to know the artist as a person and then to see them performing. So it's like a real package, and you are always very moving, and I'm honored to know you.
Thank you. Aw.
Sorry, I know that's cheesy.
No, I felt that. Like it feels good to hear that.
I want to know if you still have that fake ID. You look 12 years old.
You just call her out online about illegal activity, Chad.
She called herself out in the first line of the poem.
I know sometimes I posted a picture on my Facebook like a couple weeks ago, and I had like no makeup and my hair was in poofs, and people are like, "How old are you? I never seen you without makeup." And da da da. I'm like, "Oh God, old enough."
And you said you posted that. I'm gonna go look it up.
It's still there.
Well, hey, ladies, right about now, I'm going to go get, while you guys are on the subject of hair, I'm going to go get a second cup of coffee and leave you a little time for some
A little girl talk.
Let's talk about them. Go.
Be back.
Oh, girl talk. Okay. What's the first girl talk out of your mouth? What's the first thing?
How often do you color your hair? Like switch up the colors?
Oh, not nearly enough. I color my hair probably maybe once a month or maybe every 2 months, depending on the growth. But my hair really absorbs the colors. So it's not as easy to change colors for me as it is for other people, because the dye, like I got this dye like a week before isolation in March.
Oh.
And people keep asking me if I just got my hair did.
It
and
looks
I'm like, no.
It's still vibrant. Yeah.
Yeah. So I call it alien hair. So I haven't brushed it in a few days. This is what it looks like when I get up. But
so perfect. Like I woke up like this.
Yeah, no, I'm lucky. I am definitely a very lucky individual. So we were talking about your hair. You do your hair every single day.
Yeah.
Tell
Switching
me about that
it
a little
up.
bit.
It's crazy. Like I like to switch up the styles, and I get bored, and I'm like, I don't know. But every night I braid it before I go to sleep. I wake up and then I unbraid it, and then I get the fro. And I went through this whole process to get it blonde so I could go red. And now I'm kind of tired of red and I want to go back to black. But I'm like, I did all that work to go red. So I'm just like trying to process all that. I don't know what I'm going to do to it next.
Well, it looks really pretty red.
Thank you.
It goes well with your skin.
Thank you.
And now I obviously don't have black hair. It's hard to go to a different color, right? It's not necessarily like my hair, I can bleach all day, every day, practically. But it's really damaging for your hair, right?
Yeah. It's just bleaching in general, I think, is really damaging. You just have to moisturize it and do what's best for your hair texture. So, I try not to bleach it a lot, but sometimes you got to, especially if it's black, you got to go to the lightest, make it so it's not orange. So I try not to bleach it a lot, but then I do like coconut oil and deep conditioning and all that stuff. So
I love coconut oil. I just like to rub it all over. So.
Yes, everywhere, head to toe.
Well, your hair is a great, amazing part and a staple, I think, in who you are. And I understand how that feels because,
part of your identity, huh?
Our hair, very important too.
You too, people are, that's part of the mystique of you too, the look you're wearing today. Gonna be,
so like the Queen of England always wears these really bright outfits so you can see her in the crowd. And I feel like that's what my hair does. Like, you always know where I'm at because...
You know what? Yes, when I am out, like, I'll be looking around, like, this big festival, and I'll see hair. I'm like, oh, it's Mimi!
Yeah.
That's true.
So for Halloween, I wear regular wigs.
I miss festivals.
Me too. I miss people. Everyone's talking about what restaurants they miss, and I don't really miss a restaurant as much as I miss the people at the restaurant or,
Yeah. I was thinking about in my mind, I was like, because I didn't really think about it that much. I was like, where's the last place I went before this? Have you guys ever thought about that? Like the last place you went, like the last people you saw. And the last thing I did before lockdown was I had an interview for this podcast at Utopia. It was like a in-person like broadcasting at Utopia. And then afterwards we were done. It was the middle of the day and I just like sat outside and I had a glass of wine
Mm.
and then I had some salmon and some mashed potatoes and I just sat there and listened to music and just like watched people walk by. And then I just sat there by myself for like an hour and then I walked to my car and I saw people. They're like, hey, Shy's out in the daytime. Hey, Shy. And then I got in my car and I went home and now everything. I'm like, that was the last thing.
That's,
Yeah, I think the
I
last
can
place
know
I
that.
remember going was getting my hair done
Mm.
at
And that was like 2 or 3
Commune,
months
Teal
ago.
Beach. Yeah, March. We isolated on Friday, March 13th, but I had some random jobs for the next few days, so I don't think I really seriously isolated till another week, but
Mm.
I'm the grocery shopper in this house, so I've had to go out anyways.
Mhm. Same here. I've been going out for groceries and stuff. I don't really remember the last time before quarantine. I'm pretty sure it was a show.
Probably.
like you, I'm like you a lot, Shy. I don't really go places. I'm like a homebody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
performing a lot is actually, it's in a sense going to work for us. Although it's fun, it's the most fun job in the world. But when
Yeah.
I'm not performing, I'm usually in the house. So
Yeah.
I did a podcast with Marina Cafe
Mm.
and with Sarah Garcia and Stuart Takahara.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been
Stuart.
the last thing that I did before lockdown. I'm not sure. And that was at the end of February.
Oh, at the wine bar?
At Marina Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did one. It was really cool. I liked that bar.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was closer.
Yeah, it's out there. It's almost
It's-
going to Seal Beach.
Well, it's like I like to walk or skate as wherever we can, but
Mm.
when you have to Uber real far, it cuts into my budget.
Mm. Well, that place is pretty far out there. That's by the time you get there, you're gonna want a bottle of wine.
Yeah. I can't typically afford wine. I'm a well drinker.
Now that you're a world famous host of Morning Mashop, receiving free beverages anywhere you go. Shout out one more time.
There was a time when I got that.
Hmm.
I've been a little hermity lately
Yeah.
because of finances, really, but.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking pandemic. I mean pre-pandemic. I was hermity. But I'll be ready to go though when this is over.
All right. Do you think that once it's like officially over, are people going to rush the venues, or do you think people are going to slowly trickle back out into society?
I was gonna let Shy answer, but she shrugged.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's any gonna be an official over for a long time.
I think that too, but I think too, some people are gonna get so adjusted to this normal, I think, and they're not gonna like be so quick to hop back into that routine of how it was, like just, oh, there's a show tonight, I'm gonna go in person. I think some people are still gonna do like the virtual and online, and that's gonna be an option. So then people are gonna be like, do I want to go out? Do I want to buy drinks? Do I want to like put on clothes? Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of that like option and like.
Or the parking situation is going to be just as worse, because if nobody's leaving and you're the only one that takes your car somewhere, and then like you get back and there's no parking.
Yeah.
I would entertain going onto somebody's patio portion as opposed to going to like a wine bar that's really close and tight, like the one on 4th Street, where you're like in everybody's face all the time. I couldn't see myself going back to that kind of place for a while.
It's going to be challenging, Shy. I'm thinking of how infectious your performances are and how people love to hug you. How do you think that's going to be once you get back out there? Because people, they rush you and they hug you. Are you, this COVID thing, like, how are we going to react to this?
I know people do hug me. I'm huggable.
And it's hard to say
um,
no.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I think maybe that'll be like the kind of new norm too. We've like been conditioned over the last couple of months to just like keep the distance, keep the contact, to a minimum if you're not quarantining with each other or like immediate family. So I think people aren't gonna be as much into that whole like coming up and hugging and all that stuff. Or maybe you never know, like what if they're just so in need of like contact that everybody just bum rushes you and they're just like, oh my god, everybody's just you
Well,
never know. I don't know.
I think there's going to be a point where everybody wants to get a hug, because like we
Yeah.
didn't really have that chance to, like, like when you leave for the summer, you get a chance to say goodbye and hug your friends, and you'll be back in a little bit. Like this kind
Yeah.
of just went so quick. I didn't have a chance to like hug you goodbye for a little while. So maybe we'll, have some hugging and then go back to a little distance.
Yeah.
Type of.
I know, you
I
never
give
know.
I give everybody consent to give me a love pat on my tush as a
Yeah.
hello in place of a hug. I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm putting that out there right now.
These are the things that I lay awake and I think about at night, especially being an artist and especially hosting so many events. Like the last thing I was thinking about being a host was microphones are germy AF, like everybody that gets up on the mic just like spits on the mic, like their lips like touch the mic, their hands like all over the mic, So I'm just like, how am I gonna host an open mic as things gradually open back up? Using a microphone and everybody getting up. I'm like, I need to think of a different way to do this, So
This old lady told me one time to she was a singer. She was an OG. She kept alcohol pad in the middle of her hand right here. And she would go up to the mic and somehow cleverly wipe the mic as she's talking to people. Like she's doing something else to distract the people. Funny.
That's
so
I wouldn't even
between artists,
I wouldn't need
some kind of sanitizer. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
Well, that's how I feel about them opening restaurants. What are you going to do? Sanitize the entire table and everything after I'm done using it before the next person comes in? And then how's the table next to me going to feel while you're like scrubbing this area down? Like, I just don't think it's.
While you're spraying sanitizer all over their waffles.
And if that's the case, are we really ready to be going back out?
I went to a restaurant yesterday. I mean to cut you off, Mimi, but I saw some social distance in a sit-down place. And this place is usually packed, but yesterday they had maybe every other table, and it looked like it was working. It wasn't a lot of people in there, but that was the first example that I've seen of distancing at a sit-down restaurant.
Yeah. So when people left, did they clean down their area when they got up?
Good question. I don't know, because I went in for a takeout order. I saw people sitting in there. I'm like, all right, this looks pretty. People are distanced. So
you see what I'm saying, Shy?
Yeah, because it seems like they would have to go through all of the cleaning process that they do before they open when they close, right? Because it's different people that get down and like eat and then get up. So wouldn't the place smell like cleanser and then you're eating? I want to know how they're going to do it. I'm curious.
Walk in and it smells like ammonia. You might not want to eat there.
I mean, and I don't want to be a party pooper. I want to go back out, but I mean, not at the risk of my husband's health. I lost him once before. I'm not going to lose him again.
No.
Yeah. I need to know everything. I need to know all the facts. I need to know, and my brain is always working like crazy.
Yeah. Well, it's staying sanitary isn't easy. When I worked at the creamery, we would sanitize the whole dairy room from top to bottom. Before we started working, during our shift, and then after our shift, everything got washed from floor to ceiling again. I mean, it's not easy. I don't think people really understand what real sanitation is like. But okay, so it's 45 minutes in. We've only done one performance. Can we do something fun? Will one of you sing for me?
Chad, I volunteer you.
You're gonna volunteer me, then I'm gonna pass it to you in a sec. Let's try something. We know that Zoom usually has a delay, so I'm gonna try a verse of this song, Shy, and then I'm gonna tag it on to you. Because
you know that there is a delay.
No, so I'm gonna stop after my part, and then you can come in and just sing. You'll see.
She'll know what song it is?
Yeah, she knows what song it is. I want to see how
use telepathy.
Yeah, like we're here, Mimi. You got this is a singing thing right here. This song is by Stephen Marley, Erykah Badu. This is an experiment. She says she needs more than a friend. That's all I've ever been. Maybe one day she don't understand. Yo, ba-do, ba-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo. I remember the first time that we met. How could I forget? You looked and smiled and turned and said to you, you're so pure and true. I'm in love with you, in love with you. I'm in love with you, in love with you. I'm in love with you, in love with you. So in love with you. I'm so in love, baby. I don't care what the people say. So much in love, baby. I don't care what your mama say. I'm in love with you, in love with you. I'm in love with you, in love with you. So in love with you, in love with you. I'm in love with you.
He said he's really digging me. I don't know what to say. I can't imagine why I feel so weak. So, that's when he took my heart in his hands and he kissed it gently. He opened up his lips and said, it's poetry. I'm in love with you. 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 I'm so in love, baby. I don't care what your mama say. I'm so in love, baby. I don't care what your people say.
And I tried. Something like that. Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you. I wish there wasn't a delay so we could do it
Yeah, I wanted to play, but I thought it would mess you up.
It would have been. It would have been a little delayed.
So
but you're so talented. You didn't need it.
Aw,
Feel bad.
thank you.
Found a beautiful acapella, definitely.
Thank you.
That's a song we play a lot together, Mimi, when we're out.
When we pop up at each other's shows, we be like, hey, let's do our song.
Cute. You guys will have to work on I Got You, Babe, for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she did request that already.
That is like my favorite song in the world, next to Creep by Radiohead.
Creep. Oh, you know who does that song? Donovan from Black Noise. Killed it.
Yeah. In my old group, remember Fernando used to do that in Cold Shoulders? Fernando used to, I love his version. It's so dope.
I haven't heard that. Black Noise, they won Folk Fest or whatever that was.
Busker
Which one?
Fest. Yep.
Busker Fest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I went intending to split my nickels and for Fellow Robot, but when he sang Creep, it's like all my nickels just floated out of my hands into his bucket. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, John Zell.
I literally had a show on 4th Street, and Black Noise was performing and Devil Season was performing, And I literally I only had 30 minutes to go. I literally got my nickels, got a beer, threw my nickels in there for them, and like left and go do my show.
Wow. Because it takes you 30 minutes just to get a beer at those events sometimes.
Exactly. I was just like, here, I only came to vote for y'all. I support you. Okay, bye.
Yeah, I had never heard of him. My husband had, because he's far more advanced than I am. But I definitely fell in love that night for sure.
Yeah, so dope. That's what I love about the community too. Like, we're all so busy as artists, you know, but I feel like we always support each other. You know what I mean? Especially you, Chad. You're really good. Like, I miss playing with you at Fortunately Vine. You just like come and bring your trombone and just like hop in with us. Like, I appreciate that.
I learned a lot of that from you, man. Like I
Aw.
said earlier, you took me around. You introduced me to Fingers, and then you also
Yeah.
introduced me to Eric Hirschhorn, which led to the Master Plan. That was
Yeah.
the beginning of, excuse me, beginning of my professional music career. I owe it all to you, Shy.
Stop it. Don't, not all. Just I feel like that's what we're supposed to do as artists, especially like I wouldn't have gotten where I am if it wasn't for the people like before me, like schooling me and showing me around and doing stuff, you know. So I feel like it's a part of the culture to do that. So
Each one teach one.
We are getting up there in time, but there's one question I want to ask real quick, Shy. Have you written anything during the pandemic or the riots? Have you started any poetry or art projects that have been affected by what's going on?
Not really written about what's going on now. I think I'm still kind of just like processing. It takes me, sometimes I need to like, one day it'll all come out. Like sometimes at a random time, like when I'm in the shower or driving or something, I'm like, oh, I've got it. But I'm working on my next book of poetry. So I've been basically just like going through all the things that I've written over like the past year or two, and I'm compiling that. So I plan to have it all together soon, and then I'm gonna release, that.
Awesome.
So I'm excited. I don't have a title yet. Usually I title it after I'm done, but it is in the works. I'm excited.
Nice. Awesome. Can't wait to see that. Let us know when it's done.
I will. And my band started recording right before this, where we have about like 5 songs done. So hopefully as things start to open back up, I don't know, we can finish that, and then I'll have an album too. Because I don't have an album, you guys. As much as I play and as much as I've been doing this, I don't have a CD yet. So
wow.
Yeah, I know. So that's gonna happen too.
What's the name of your band, Shy? I mean, I know, but tell everybody else.
Oh, we are She Wears Black.
Nice. We'll link to that in the bottom.
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram _ She Wears Black, and on Facebook, you could do @ She Wears Black the band to find us. And since I'm shouting stuff out, you can find me Shy But Flyy. That's ShyButFlyy on literally everything.
I always spell it wrong. I always give you Shy with 2 Y's.
I know a lot of times that happens. Like it was like I know there was 2 Y's in one of those.
Yeah. I'll remember now.
The second Y is in fly, right?
Yeah, because I'm super fly.
Yeah, you are.
Why?
Well, thank you for being here with us today, and I hope you'll join us for a Square Talk table in the near future as well. I love you, and I couldn't love you any more than I already do. You're amazing.
Thank you. I love you too. That's why I really wanted to do it. I was like, my 2 favorite people, like Chad and Mimi. I get to do this in the morning.
Well,
like I'll wake up early.
Definitely love you and appreciate everything that you do out in the community and out. Just got mad love for you. Endless, Shy.
Thank you.
The best. So Miss Mimi Masher, are we doing a show now?
Yes, because I got to tutor some kids at 11.
Skate kids?
No, we're doing reading. Well, they are kids from skate, but we're doing reading tutoring today.
Really?
Oh,
Cool.
that's cool.
I know. People let me around their kids still with all this hate,
Because you're
with all this
cool.
hate speech.
No, man, kids gonna come out thugs now. Facebook thugs.
Yeah.
That's how.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Quick shout out to Make Music Long Beach. I'm gonna be a part of that on the 21st.
Awesome.
Yeah, different artists are gonna be performing around, still like social distancing. They're just gonna do it from their house or a park or something like that, with like little crowds. And every Friday at 6:00 on Instagram, I host a virtual open mic at Never Speak LB. At Never Speak LB.
Oh, thank you. We'll link to that as well in the bottom. Chad, you want to sing us out?
Sure. Thank y'all for joining us for the third episode of the Morning Mashop, starring Miss Mimi Masher and Chadwick Bishop, and today's special guest, Shy But Flyy.
Who is it?
Yeah, this has been the Morning Mashup with Miss Mimi and Mr. Chadwick, and our special guest, Shy But Flyy, spreading love, peace, and unity throughout the community. That's our time, y'all.
Bye, everybody.